Had to close the door because this is gonna get fucking heated.
You think so?
I don't know. Okay. So I guess we'll just fucking do it pretty much from what I remember the fucking fight points would be.
Yeah.
And we're doing fight and then design, right?
As like two entirely separate things,
As two
or
and like the same thing. Like this is gonna be just a like base them off the fight and off their design.
yeah. So just them
Yeah.
as an entirety.
Yeah. And then basically this just makes them. Oh, do you want me to leave your session so you could like just fucking hunt?
Oh
Or
no, I'm literally just gonna be collecting Tsukumo.
oh, okay.
That's
Okay. So for the first one that's up is fucking Rage Tail. I think Rage Tail is a solid B. I think Rage Tail is a pretty good starter.
yeah. No, I don't really have any complaints about Rage Tail. It's not fantastic, but it's the first thing you fight, and it's solid for being the first thing you fight. So
Yeah. Oh, heck, shit. I thought you were gonna. I thought you hated Rage Tail.
no, I think it's fine.
Okay.
Its design is like, I mean, again, it's the first thing you fight. It's not like, you know, you should ever expect the first thing you fight to be crazy. I mean, hell, the first thing you fight in the world is either a big chicken or a big lizard.
Yeah, and I mean that was what I was gonna say. Is it really sets the tone for like what this game is, where it's just big animals that are elemental infused in some
Yeah,
way, which I'm
for the
like,
most part.
okay, all right. Next one's Sap Scourge. I don't think Sap Scourge is great. I think he's like C, like low C.
I think design-wise, he's fine. Fight-wise, it's boring, incredibly easy, and just entirely brain dead. So I would go as far as like putting him in D tier.
Yeah, no, I think I'm okay with D, just because like, again, like he's fine. He's not anything special though.
Well, no, I don't even think he's fine. I think his fight is completely brain dead.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I guess you're right. His design's like okay.
Yeah, his design's
It's
okay.
strictly okay. And then I think that brings us to Dreadclaw, technically.
Technically, Dreadclaw.
Fuck.
Dreadclaw.
I think he's pretty good. I think he's a fun fight. He looks he looks silly, but like it kind of works. I think he's B, like above Rage Tail.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. I don't know if it's a
Yeah.
fun fight, but as far as a fight design goes, like it fits.
Yeah.
He is just a giant chicken, but it's fine design wise.
Uh Trying to think, chicken. And then Spine Glider. I think he's C.
Really, I would put him. I would put him in a solid B.
Really?
Yeah, his design is unique. His fight is unique. It's interesting. It's got some fun mechanics to it. Yeah, I'd put him in a solid B.
I guess yeah, like Flying Squirrel. It's kind of cool.
Flying squirrel, the whole build a tower,
Yeah, okay. No.
and then you have to destroy it, and it knocks him down, and actually creates an opening, and yeah, no, like it's solid.
Yeah, I'd say he's above chicken then. No, you talked me
Yeah,
into it.
no,
I think
I'd
he's
put him
good.
way above chicken for sure, because he's actually
Uh
just got that unique mechanic to him.
oh, I completely forgot about King Tusk. King Tusk is a C.
Absolutely, he's just a
Like
giant boar. He
he's
doesn't
a
do
giant
anything
boar.
special at all.
I like his, plant aesthetic, but he's just a boar and doesn't do anything special with it.
Literally nothing.
Let's see here. Grit Dog.
Another B, just
Also,
mediocre.
yeah, I'm starting to realize you and I are probably gonna just put everything at B.
I mean, yeah,
At least they're all the starter ones, because again, they're just to kind of show you the aesthetic and then get you ready. Now, Sportail, I think is a D. I think Sportail sucks.
Absolutely. It's
Like
garbage.
his
It's
fights
literally
shit.
just you just take Rage Tail and all it is Rage Tail with ads and less attacks.
Rage Tail with
That's
ads,
it.
and he has a mushroom. Like I think for the fact that it's like the first kind of variant you fight, I guess it's alright
No,
to have a
it's dog
Rage
shit.
Tail. No. It's alright to have a Rage Tail variant. The issue is you're adding a bunch of ads in a game where every single weapon hates dealing with ads.
Well, it's a game that you shouldn't have ads in. Like that kind of ruins.
Yeah, because every big hit has no hyper armor.
Well, and it's not only that. Like the entire identity of a hunter game goes against ads.
Yeah. I mean, if the monster's design has ads, like Great Gyros from World, that was not the worst, but it didn't have like 6 fucking small ass gyros following
Wait,
you. It had 2.
great Gyros. Great.
The Great Jagras that was Paralysis in the Rotten Vale, the lizard.
I
The
can't clearly remember this fight, but yeah, I don't know.
literally it like imagine Sportail, but one it had actual like moves that were kind of cool and fine, and it only had 2 ads. It didn't ever get up to the fucking like 8 that Sportail gets up to.
Yeah, well, the Sportail literally spawns 8 every time that he
Yeah.
spawns ads. And Sportail seemed to have less moves and less identity than Rage Tail.
Yeah.
So it was a fucking variant with less content, and you just threw a bunch of ads into it.
See, I think the issue comes from I don't think it has less moves. I think it doesn't have enough changed moves. Because all of the other variants have a lot of changed moves, but it does pretty much the exact same thing that Rage still does, except for now it can spawn ads and sometimes they burrow and attack you. And
I
it's like, oh.
actually disagree, and I'm
As
pretty
someone
goddamn
who has
sure
fought
it
a
does
ton of
less.
Sportail, I can tell you
I
it's got
have
basically the same.
also fought a fuck ton of
Yeah, but you
Sportail.
go on fucking autopilot.
So,
So you don't fucking remember shit. Anyway, moving on. Fumebeak. I think Fumebeak's an A.
yeah, no, I would say very, very awesome design. Probably one of my favorite designs in the game. Unique fight with like the only poison mechanic in the game that's done fairly well, and yeah, no, it's cool.
Uh, okay, the one that I know that I feel like actually is going to get me a lot of flack because I think this is like a crowd favorite. I think Lavaback's an A. I don't think Lavaback is that great.
I don't even know if I'd put him as an
Would you put him lower?
A.
So here's my argument with it. I think his moves are super cool. He's got so much fucking personality. His design, monkey with lava, it could be better, but it's it's cool. The issue comes from the fight is so spammy with him jumping around. It makes it not fun because you're either sitting there watching him do cool moves but not able to do anything about it, or just fucking getting killed.
Yeah, so my whole thing is pretty much just that fact. I think Fire Lava Monkey is lazy, in my opinion. And the way they implement it is exactly that. All you're doing is you're stuck watching him zip around back and forth for most of the fight, unless you throw down a wall and then you're trivializing the fight because you're literally making him extremely punishable.
Yeah.
And either way, I think it's a lame fight. And I think it's very punishing to players who are not familiar with this style of game far more than I believe it should be.
Well, and the weird thing is like for a fight like that, it happens really fucking early.
Yeah, no, and that's the other issue that I have with it too, is that like after you beat him, it's a really long time before you ever meet somebody of that level.
Yeah.
Like pretty much until the end of the game when you fighting like Tempest is the only other monster that I can think of that matches his like ferocity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say Grimclaw, Deathclaw,
I
Deathstalker, Deathstalker.
Oh yeah. No, that yeah. There you go. I was like the claw. Like, is there anything
No,
different?
no. Well, yes, there is something different with the Grimclaw, but whatever.
Well, I know like slightly, but in that yeah, we'll get to that one later.
I do think Lava Bag is still an A.
I mean, you can have as many wrong opinions as you want.
Well, then what would you say, like high B? Because I'm saying like, or are you saying like down at C and D?
My very personal, non-objective opinion of Lavaback would put him in like C or D, for sure.
Okay, but like objectively.
My objective opinion would put him in B.
Okay. Because I'm still thinking like low tier A. Because like I do love his fucking stretchy arms. I think that's really cool. Like
Okay,
to
but
have.
how in the fuck does that make any sense?
He melts the lava and then it makes his rocks. Listen, dude, I don't know. He's a fucking One Piece. He's a One Piece character.
That's kind of the whole thing that I have with him is that like his design doesn't really make sense with his fight like whatsoever.
I do think it's weird that they have this fucking rock monkey that is super fucking fast.
Yeah, like super fucking speedy.
And it's also weird to have it have no fucking weak points.
Oh yeah, no, that's a whole aspect of the design that is just absolutely miserable. Is the fact that he has no weak spots and he takes forever to kill specifically because of that. Like it's not because he's challenging or because you can't hit him. Because even when you do hit him, your damage is cut in half.
Okay, yeah, no.
And the fact that trapping him and harpooning him, like that doesn't make any opening available because your damage is still going to be halved.
Yeah, and then you have the fucking when he knocks down, even if you knock him down, you can't hit his fucking head.
No, exactly.
Even when you're using fucking Clawblade, you can't hit his head.
It's
Okay.
insane.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. You talked me into it. I'll say high B. I think objectively high B is where he should sit. Fuck, what does that bring us to next? I mean, I guess we could probably do fucking Earthbreaker. Yeah, that's a fucking low SD. That is the lowest that he can go.
I think Earthbreaker might be the worst fight in the game.
Yeah.
It's
If
not even a fight.
if this had an F, I would put it in F. I think he's the worst fucking fight. Design wise, I love him. Big Bear, that's rock, but he's the worst fucking fight.
Even design wise?
I only love him design wise because it's Bear.
Okay, yeah, but did they have to choose like an 80s fucking Yogi Bear model?
I forgot that's what we fucking decided he was.
But that's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
And like yeah, big stone bear, cool. Fucking 80s weird big stone friendly cuddly bear, like what the fuck is that? And yeah, no, like there's not a single redeeming quality of your fight
No.
with Earthbreaker. Like it's
No.
complete dog shit.
It feels so fucking handed to you too.
And then you get to the end where it's like the only resemblance of an actual monster fight, and he just dies in 2 hits.
Because we didn't even have fucking like amazing weapons at that point, and we killed it in like 5 seconds.
Yeah, no, like we were like standard progressing through the story, and he dies in 2 hits.
Yeah.
And then I did it solo after you and I did it, and he still died in 2 hits. So like,
Didn't he die in like 1 hit?
He died before I saw his face. He
Yeah.
died while I was breaking his arms, and that is it.
Yeah. And like I said, it just feels so handed to you. It doesn't feel like a victory. It's not satisfying. It's just a shitty fucking siege fight that games like this need to stop doing. I hate siege
100%.
fights.
It's awful.
Now one that I fucking love, Gold Shard. That's an S.
I agree. Really great mechanics, really awesome design, very unique, very just cool.
The
Just
fact
felt
that
good.
his actual fucking fight, he actually like shoots out quills like a fucking porcupine, and they're these big ass crystals, is super cool.
Yeah, nothing about him felt like bullshit or felt
No,
unfair or anything. Like it was, yeah, it's a good
he
one.
has a weird ass Sonic roll, which like adds to his charm for some reason.
Teaches you a useless dragon character, but
It really does. I don't know why. Like,
I don't know why we need two walls that have the same
no,
function. It's
I don't know.
yeah, it's weird.
I don't actually. Now we're down to like high end and variants. I don't know what you fight first, so we'll just go off of what is in the line. Ice Tusk. I
I'd put him at like C.
think he's better than fucking normal King Tusk, but
Is
not
is
much
King Tusk
better.
also C?
King Tusk is C.
Yeah, no, I'd put him above King Tusk in C because it's the same thing, just blue.
Blue, and he has some ice moves. He actually has elemental moves, which is the one thing that like.
Yeah.
And I guess like yeah, sure, King Tusk has his root stuff, but like it's still he just charges like they're still so physical that it's hard to actually fucking like care.
Yeah, no, it's not good.
Cobalt Lava Bag, I think is A.
Yeah, I'd agree. He actually feels like a much better fight than Lavaback himself, and he's very unique and different, which makes him a better fight.
Which is in like I because you know it still has that whole weakness issue where like it's still hard to actually do any damage to him, but he dives into the fucking snow, which I think is super cool, which is literally like in my mind while we were playing this game, I'm like, God, it'd be so cool to have like a fire monster in ice that like uses the
Hey, Mason,
what?
will you activate the the finder?
Sorry, yes. Let me just quickly there we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it was really funny having all of these thoughts of like what it would be cool and then seeing them very close to what I was imagining. Uh but yeah, no. Cobalt Lava Bag, fine. Cool fight. Death Stalker. I
I
think Death
would
Stalker is also A.
I would even argue he's like higher, like S.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
So my whole issue with him is he's a wolf. That's it. Like
yeah,
he's just Frost Wolf. Like his fight's cool. I like it. I like all of his moves. He's fast. He's got this super cool like shoot up an ice wave and then bounce off it. I think that's all super cool. But his actual like looks kind of just kill it for me. And that could just be bias. I feel like wolves are overdone.
that,
Sorry, was that last one too far?
I mean, I can't think of like anything else that really does a wolf like that, as well as, or at least like in like a hunter series. Like what the closest thing is like fucking Zinogre from Rise. Anyway, on top of that though, like they did the Ice Wolf design very well, and his fight is like as great as it could be. Very unique moves, nothing that's like crazy OP, but also a lot that can catch you off guard and a lot that you need to learn to fight before you can actually complete it. I honestly think that his fight is kind of how fights in these games should be, where you're pretty much doomed to fail until you're used to his moves.
Yeah. No, like again, it's probably just bias because I love his fight. I think his fight's super cool. It's just the fucking like he's an ice wolf. I don't know. I just feel like that's overdone, but no, I think
In what though? Like
I don't
overdone?
know. I don't know why I think just wolf is like overdone. Because now that I think about it, I can't think of many games that like really use wolves as like a
There's really not like.
yeah. I will concede and say low S. I don't think he's like high S. I think he is lower than Gold Shard. I love Gold Shard.
Well, and it's funny because your argument there is like the same. It's like, dude, he's a fucking hedgehog. Like,
Yeah, but I've never seen a big ass fucking porcupine monster. I've seen
I know
Zinogre.
it's just a hedgehog though.
You're right. Fuck you. Again, I already conceded it. Like, my personal bias is gone. It's ass. Whatever. Uh, Onyx Shard.
I actually haven't fought Onyx Shard.
It's more or less the same. The biggest difference is he can sometimes also spawn like earth shards underneath you. But other than that, it really is just kind of the same.
So I will say it right now, like every single variant fight in this game, except for like Cobalt Lavaback, is that exact same thing. Like they're basically the same fight as their original, except for maybe like couple moves that they added.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what is exactly different on Onyx Shard, and there isn't too much. His actual like quills, obviously, since he's Onyx, he's got black quills and everything.
Yeah, like visually they do a good job at making him different, but the fight itself is pretty much always exactly the same.
Yeah, I'd say Onyx Shard is an A, just because the way that I feel like variants are in this game, except for maybe a few of them, are they're just worse versions of what you already see because you've already seen it. It doesn't have as
Right.
much of an impact to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I'd say he is definitely below Cobalt.
He's absolutely below Cobalt.
Yeah,
There's no
in
doubt about that.
A tier. Pearlbeak. I think Pearlbeak's a B. I feel like they could have done more with it.
I would argue that it is an A simply for the fact that it is the only variant in the game that feels entirely unique.
Yeah,
That's it. It's a really basic fact, but I think it's like 100% true, and the fight is fine. There's no real issues with it. I don't really have any solid complaints about it, and it feels fine.
yeah. I just am like thinking of some of the moves that are like very close to the same, if not the same. But then I'm also thinking like it's a flying monster. Like every flying monster has to have some form of a dive bomb, because that's just an attack that a bird does. Like that just makes sense. So like, yeah, I think probably could be an A. It has a super cool enrage, that's for damn sure. And then the water spouts and everything. Okay, yeah, no, that I'd say that's better than Onyx Shard. Not better than Cobalt though.
No, Cobalt is absolutely just the best.
Yeah.
Uh,
Venom Glider. I'd say that's basically the same as normal Spine Glider. I don't think
I
it's much
have
different.
never had to play the fight any differently whatsoever.
Yeah, it's
It's Venom Glider that poisons. That's fucking it.
yeah. Grimclaw. It's just chicken, like but more
I
aggressive.
can't tell you a single thing that Grimclaw does differently than.
So he drops eggs that sleep you. That's it.
Yeah, no, you're right. That is one thing that he does differently, and the
Yeah.
only goddamn thing he does differently.
I honestly I kind of think he's a C. I don't think he's fantastic.
No, it's dog shit. That's immediately one of the fights that is just completely pointless because it's the exact fucking same.
The reason I think I don't like it more is because it is such a lazy design in terms of like it doesn't look much different. It's basically Dreadclaw but a rooster. Yeah, it's got the like frill that a rooster has, but that's it. But like even Dreadclaw had that frill, it just wasn't bright red. So it's like it's the fucking same.
It is just bad.
Okay, Amaterasu.
A.
Yeah, I think she's cool. But like
See, yeah, the
where in
thing is,
A?
like, she's fine. I would say low A just because she's just fine. There's not anything that I would deem as like great about her. Her design is pretty just standard big bird.
Yeah, once seeing Rage, I think the whole reason like she is even in A is because her Enrage is like one of the cooler looking Enrages. The way everything goes fucking like black and white, and then it gets to the fucking like laser beams and all of the like actual like halos and everything, which is like a big theming of Amaterasu and like mythology in general. It's super cool that they were able to like tie that into a monster but still have it be tied into the world. I don't know. I think it's an A for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, okay.
I know that's what we agreed on, and I didn't have to actually like convince you of it, but I'm just telling you that's it.
No, yeah, and I mean that might convince me for more than like a low A, but I mean,
I'd say below Pearl Beak, above Onyx Shard.
yeah.
Like I think Onyx Shard just holds that fucking last A spot. Ember Plume, cool design, boring ass fight, high B.
I'd put her closer to A just because the design skyrockets her up, in my opinion. The fight itself, like, sure, it's boring, but it's not t like bad. They just made it
No,
too easy.
yeah, no, I'm really sad at how easy she actually is.
Yeah, but that's the only problem with it, is that it's easy. It's not bad.
I would say she is like top of B, just cresting into A.
Yeah, I could go with that.
Okay, well, I'll say she's above Lava Back for sure. Fuck, I don't know, cause like she has a lot of cool attacks. I just hate it because it's just all range and she doesn't fucking move, which makes it so fucking easy.
What do you mean, dude? She moved like 8 times at one time.
Okay, yeah, moving zones is different than actually fucking walking. Golden Tempest, I think, is probably the best design.
Yeah, both fight and visual and everything. Yeah.
I think that is just the highest A or highest S that like is all. I think that is what they need to try to
I'm
make
pretty
every
sure
single fucking
he's
design.
just straight up the best monster in the game.
Yeah. And then Celestial Dragon.
F? Z?
Well, we can't. I think he's better than Earthbreaker.
He's better than Earthbreaker, but like, yeah, he's a close second to worst.
Yeah, I think he's like the leader of the fucking D tier.
Yeah,
Boy, that that's just quite the fucking tier list.
haven't even looked at it.
It's
Is that all the monsters?
there's
Nice.
23 monsters now in the game.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. So
And I
most of the
mean,
monsters in this game are arguably just average as fuck.
yeah. And I think that's pretty par.
I mean, yeah, probably. I can't imagine if we did a tier list for Monster Hunter, it would be much different.
No, I feel like if we did a tier list for Monster Hunter, I would have a lot more to say about how much I really am kind of uninspired by its designs. There's like a few key ones that I love, and then the rest are just meh.
The actual visual designs in Monster Hunter, I would agree with, but I would say on
Fight wise, there's a lot of really good fights in Monster Hunter.
I would say fight wise, they're almost universally better than all the fights in this game.
Yeah, except for
Now,
like
keyword there is like almost like yeah, like obviously if you compare like Tempest to like what would be like C tier or D tier in Monster Hunter, like that's not gonna hold true. But
well, I think if you compare Tempest to basically the equivalent, which I would say is kind of near Teostra level, I still think Tempest wins.
um
I think Tempest beats like Teostra, Kushala.
yeah, like the basic elders for
Yeah, I
sure.
don't. I definitely don't think it beats Valstrax or
It
like.
doesn't beat Valstrax, it doesn't beat Malzeno, it doesn't beat
You don't think
I don't think it beats
I'm
Malzeno.
torn between it and Malzeno. I think they're very close.
No, no, because Malzeno's whole teleportation is like equivalent to uh Tempest's fucking dunk. In my opinion.
No, his teleportation is super cool.
That's like the biggest thing with Tempest is that dunk is just fucking great to watch. But with Malzeno, his whole teleport and enraged is like the exact level of awesome and cool. And then his whole fucking emo dragon design is
He
just
has his
perfect. It's great.
fucking oh fuck, Castlevania fucking
Yeah, dude,
vampire-esque
fucking
design.
Castlevania vampire dragon, like it's yeah, no, it's awesome.
And then going off of story beats, I think Monster Hunter beats that with like big fights, just because the big fights are at least like you can do something in them.
Well, and even at the very least, Monster Hunter has like a better wow factor in those fights.
Oh, for fucking sure. Guys McGorm had such a cool fucking wow factor, and then you pair that up with the final boss of
Dude,
this.
even fucking uh
Zora?
Zora has a way better wow factor than
Earthbreaker.
Earthbreaker.
Yeah.
And like that's where it gets me is that if you can compare the two F tiers.
Well, that's so sad too, because they're literally the same fucking like a fight. The only difference is like one, you don't kill Zora.
No.
You just don't, which I think is how they should have done Earthbreaker. Like you just don't kill it. It's a big fucking thing made of rocks. So how would you be able to kill it?
Regardless, like I'm more so like, yeah, you don't really actually fight either one, but at least Zora, the interaction that you do have with it is way more interesting. Like other
Yeah,
dragons
you get on the
come and you
back.
fight other things, and like the whole cutscenes and the visuals of Zora were like 10 times better.
I mean, Zora just had more fucking like gravity to him because
Like
he was
way
this
more.
big fucking creature. Whereas, like, comparatively, if you look at Earthbreaker, he doesn't look that big.
No, and he looks like a friendly, squishy.
Yogi Bear. Yeah. No, he definitely looks very friendly. Yeah, no, I think this is literally just the best tier list. I don't think it could get any better. Maybe Ember Plume could move. I don't know. I just don't know where I'd put it in A because all of those are they're so good in their spots.
I mean, Ember Plume is either like high B or low A.
Yeah.
But I also think that's debatable depending on like, are you experienced in this genre or was she difficult to you because you're not?
I guess that's true because like I think if we weren't experienced in this kind of a game and fucking this was like our first elder esque fight, I think it would have been a lot better because it would have actually had some form of difficulty to it.
Yeah, and I mean, on that same note, like when I was fighting fucking Teostra, Kushala, that trio in fucking World, I did not feel like they were pushovers. But now they're fucking pushovers.
Oh yeah, like yeah. I think the only reason like Crack Kitty is not doesn't feel like a pushover is because it is just so fucking aggressive. But without the bullshit that is Lava Back.
Yeah, no. And one thing about this game that makes it like entirely different is the monster. Every monster's move in this game has like fucking ridiculous like 180 tracking to it. Like
Yeah,
Tempest Slam, the only way to avoid that is
is
to
iframe it. Yeah.
there's no like getting out of range of it or anything or like dodging it. Like you have to iframe it. That's it.
Yeah. Like you can't just like run around them to
Which
dodge
to
it.
me as a whole makes the quality of the fights in this game lesser than that of World because it takes away the ebb and flow of the fights that you would have against monsters in Monster Hunter and turns it into more of like a Dark Souls, just kind of like dip, duck, dive, do your combos type,
Yeah.
where like that's just not really what I think these games should be focusing on.
Yeah. I will say this game definitely does kind of feel like a weird breed between, and I hate fucking saying this because everyone fucking says shit like this, of Dark Souls and Monster Hunter. The combat to me feels very Dark Soulsy.
That's because
You're
it is.
dodging a lot. You're
Yeah, it
managing your
makes you
stamina.
rely. The game literally makes you rely on iframes. That alone kind of turns it into a more Dark Soulsy combat.
Yeah, it's like Dark Souls boss rush, pretty much.
That's basically exactly what it is, except for the bosses are near the quality of Dark Souls.
No, fuck no.
Nothing about it is near the quality of Dark Souls. So,
God no.
and then yeah, if we want to rate the game as a whole, it's fucking close to dog shit.
For you, I still think this is a good game. I still enjoy this game.
No, it's a good game with horrible performance, really questionable design, very questionable choices, and a lot of things wrong with it, with a really shitty release.
Yeah, and all of that kind of just adds
And
up to
overpriced.
oh
And
fucking the price. Yeah, no, like there is a lot that is bad about this game that I am just hoping it can at least get enough of a following that we can get a second one that is just 10 times better and doesn't have all the fucking issues that it had with this one.
yeah, because there is a lot of good about this game, but like there's not nearly enough for me to overlook the millions of things that are wrong with it. Because it just feels like in every aspect of this game, I could list a negative, and I can't do that again about positives.
Yeah. It's a game that I feel like has a lot of potential. Or I should say it's a series that I feel like has a lot of potential if they can just figure shit out.
Yeah, if they can figure out what the fuck they're doing.
Yep. Oh fuck. All right. Good. Good fucking tier list.
Yeah, no, pretty easy. Again, like the large majority of the fights in this game are not anything special.
Well, you say the large majority, but like I think this is how the fucking graph probably should look in general.
I mean, maybe, yeah. I guess I would just say like, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you're probably right. This is
Like a
probably
couple
pretty
really good
average.
fights, a good amount of like decent fights and design, a lot of just they're fine, and then a couple bad, and then probably about 4 or 5 just fucking dog shit.
Yeah, the dog shit is just so dog shit.
I think that is the biggest problem. Is like the bad fights just feel fucking bad,
Like just really bad.
whereas the good fights, maybe one of them feels really fucking good, but then after a while, when you start to learn it, and it just kind of
See,
becomes
I
not
mean, I think that's
great.
kind of the problem is that like, if we mixed a tier list of monster fights of this game with like Rise, I think collectively these monsters would all rank below Rise monsters as a whole on average.
See, now that's a fucking idea. Having a tier list of all Kemono, monsters, and fucking whatever Dauntless calls their fucking fights.
Yeah, I mean that is the
Just
thing.
a full fucking hunter genre tier list. That could be interesting.
At least with Rise, yeah, because I don't know if we want to grind through Dauntless.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember any of Dauntless fights. They were all fucking forgettable.
Yeah, there is never anything super special about Dauntless.
Yeah. Poor Dauntless. I was really hoping for that game, man. I played in the fucking beta. I was like real stoked about it.
Yeah, I mean, as you are with this game.
Uh,
Except for nowadays, you just have less hope for games because they're all disappointing.
no, yeah, that's true. Well, and I think the difference was with Dauntless, it came out before World came to PC. So it was literally the
Right, yeah,
only hunting game I had access to.
yeah.
Whereas like now that World's been ported to PC and other game companies
Got
are kind of
some
starting to
break.
look into the genre as well. I feel like Dauntless has kind of just come and gone.
I mean, I don't. Has it come anytime in the last like 5 years? I just got an email about it that they're starting a new season, but what the fuck is their player base? Like
I
300?
don't. Dude, I wish I could tell you.
Yeah, like I can't imagine it's anything good. I don't know how that game's still running.
Is that? Is there a way to check that?
I mean, you can just Google Dauntless player base.
Let's see. A year ago, no real answer. It's like,
I will say their subreddit has 121,000 members, which is quite respectable, honestly.
okay, but also how many of that is people who like have stopped playing?
No, yeah, exactly. Like it's not a good indicator of player base, but I mean, in comparison, Wild Hearts has 14.5k, whereas like Monster Hunter Rise has 90k, and Monster Hunter as a general has 600,000. Monster Hunter World has 500,000.
Uh, Apparently they just have like not released player numbers in years, but somehow estimated community of 2.6 million monthly active users across all platforms.
That sounds like jack bullshit.
That sounds like
There's
absolute
no fucking
bullshit.
way. There's no games that hit that kind of numbers except for maybe like World of Warcraft.
I don't think World of Warcraft even hits those numbers anymore.
Maybe, yeah, maybe not nowadays. World of Warcraft's at some way. Exactly what I was gonna say was the only company that like major company that stopped releasing player numbers did it because their player numbers fucking rocketed down. Like
Yeah,
what motivation does a company have to stop playing or stop releasing player numbers except for they look like dog shit?
yeah,
The only reason that you would stop releasing player numbers is because you're worried that it'll start like a chain reaction of people leaving.
which
Nobody
it
looks at
does.
a good player number and goes, "Ugh, we should withheld that. That might encourage people to play."
We should not release that. We have too many people playing. Yeah, no. And I definitely think them releasing the fucking battle pass system definitely hurt it. I don't know about you, but whenever a game releases a battle pass system, it makes me not want to play it.
I mean, there's only been there's two ways that I find a battle pass system to be totally acceptable. One is Deep Rock Galactic because it's totally fucking free and it's a battle pass, but they do it every season. There's no paid premium track. You just get everything that's on it. The more you play, more shit you get. That's it.
Does
Technically,
it? I thought
battle
it
pass,
did have
but
a
it's free.
paid premium path.
No, it does not. The only
Really?
content that you pay for in Deep Rock is the game itself and cosmetics, like weapon skins and armor skins, and that's it.
I guess I could probably actually like play the game now as we talk, and so I'm just
It's a
showing the
really
fucking
fucking
tier list.
yeah. Some of that.
And
Other The only other way that I've seen a battle pass done that I think is fine is they never end, and you can choose and pay for whichever battle pass you want, and you're able to see all of the content always. That I think is fine because it doesn't encourage FOMO, and it's basically the same as buying something out of a store because you know exactly what you're getting.
so I mean, my question is like, are there any games that have done that?
I know I saw that system in place at some point. I could not tell you what game it is.
Yeah, because I can't think of what game that would be.
Yeah, no, and that was a really, really long ass time ago. It could have been a game that died. I honestly could not tell.
Yeah.
But I know I saw that system at one point in my life. Otherwise, I would not be smart enough to think of it. because it's a good system. I mean, it's nice. Because I mean, that's kind of my biggest problem with battle passes is they just predatize FOMO.
Yeah, which I mean, I feel like a lot of companies in general have started doing, but
Oh,
like
absolutely,
battle
because it's
passes is
effective.
just the easiest like way to shit out god awful fucking content and then just throw it out there because people don't want to miss out on the shitty fucking content.
Yeah. But
What?
yeah, I mean that's it. It's lazy content as fuck.
See, my question is Fortnite the first one to do that system?
To do a battle pass, I want to say yes, but I have no backing to that.
Yeah, and I don't want to do my usual say something with a bunch of confidence and then be completely fucking wrong.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. I I want to say at least a paid battle pass, probably.
Well, I mean, I would absolutely say with confidence the first battle pass was a paid battle pass. There's no encouragement to do a battle pass unless it's paid.
Yeah.
Unless you're considering any form of like seasonal rewards to be a battle pass system, but I would agree with that. So,
Yeah, I don't know.
which I mean, that point could be argued because I mean, a battle pass versus seasonal rewards, they're very fucking similar, but yeah.
Well, I think. Yeah, I don't know. But like every game now has started to do some form of battle pass system, and it's just always made it feel worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, and again, it's not every game. It's every game that's marketing to just make money, really.
Yeah. I would say basically every free-to-play game has some form of a battle pass.
Yeah, that's probably true because every free-to-play game is just trying to bring in money.
And then you have fucking shit like Destiny.
Every free-to-play game also probably has cosmetics in the shop that cost $20 that look better than any free cosmetics in the game by like metric tons.
Yeah, also I'm stealing your fish.
Okay.
Just thought I'd let you know.
What fish?
You have two fucking fish collectors in the river by the camp you're near.
Yeah, but they're empty.
I just stole them.
What? I don't even.
They were stopped
Okay.
way over there full.
They were stopped way over there?
Yeah.
I thought they.
They
What?
normally do come back. That's why I was like, huh?
That's
Huh.
fucked. Yeah, that's why I was so confused. I was like, I've been here for a minute and they've been empty this whole time. Fuck this turtle.
Oh shit. These actually do start going pretty fast when you get the upgrade.
No, like, yeah, they're actually, like, have a reason to be around when they're fully upgraded.
I wouldn't go that far. I still don't think there's much of a reason for that.
I mean, compared to everything else that you can build with fire, the most reason.
Okay, you're right.
But yeah, anyway, when they nerf staff, I'll probably stop playing this game until something fun happens.
You really think they're gonna nerf staff?
I'd be a little surprised if they didn't, and I think the only reason why they wouldn't is because it's not popular. Both
You
the
really
game,
think staff's not popular?
both the game and staff itself seem to not be popular.
The game definitely is not popular.
And no, like, as far as I can tell, being like in the subreddit and whatnot, the staff is not popular. Again, comparatively.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, fuck, I feel like most people gravitate towards the ranged weapons.
Most people gravitate towards range or fast hitting speedies. Not many people are out here looking for like complication. which
You sit
not
here
like
and
it's
say
that
complication. The fucking game, or the fucking staff is like the most linear combo.
I mean, okay.
Optimally.
When you learn it and understand it, yes. Most people don't want to get that far.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. I am actually
But I
kind of
mean,
curious
it's
what
the
the most
same.
played weapon
That's the
is.
same fucking logic with like Charge Blade. Charge Blade
True.
isn't a complicated weapon when you understand it and know how to use it. But compared to any other weapon in the game, it's like fucking metric fuck tons more complicated. Get fucking dodge roll, you stupid fucking metal rat. That was 3.7k on not a weak point.
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, boop him with your umbrella, bitch.
I fucking will.
Looks so stupid, my god.
Dude, they all look stupid.
I mean, mine looks like less stupid.
I wouldn't go that far.
Dude, we got a grid dog gastric wall.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking end this recording. I don't know why I'm still recording.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
53-minute video.